little something?
Hello, baby gangs. This is Calvin, also known as Robert. This is my first ever playthrough of the 100 line Last Defense Academy. I am actually, I forgot to press record on the first like 10 minutes of this, but now lucky, it rarely happens that this happens, but lucky, it was just an exploration. Literally all I've done so far is just done exploration. So I've just done like about 8 minutes or so of exploration. That's all we've done. We haven't even like really like, it's just me like kind of like being like, how am I going to find out this area? How am I going to find this? But like, it's fine. It's like the tail end of my exploration. I'm almost done anyway. The way I look at that, whenever like I forget to press record or press record at the wrong time, I always like get like very like self-conscious sometimes about it. Because I'm like, oh man, like what if I miss? Because usually like what happens is you miss like a really cool piece of dialogue sometimes. But I'm very lucky that what I missed this time was just like exploration. Which again, I like showing the exploration because you guys get to see where I'm at with items and stuff like this as well, but you can still see it at the end anyway, so that's okay.
I'm good to go. Does this do it for you?
Not a bad thing whatsoever.
Let's get to the killing.
We might let Takumi come in here and do like an attack potion maybe.
Time to use it. Here we go.
Because Impact Stab is like really leveled up now. Right, we did level up Impact Stab. Maybe we were thinking about doing it. That's one of the big problems always like when I play this game, because I was like, did I, or was I thinking about doing it? Because like, you know the way I play this in between like, I play it 3 times a week, of course, but it's obviously like, bulk recorded. So there's obviously like little things where I'm like, did I do that? You know? You've seen that before though in this playthrough, right? Like I get my memory jogging, I'm like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Not there yet.
Yeah, but our characters are really strong. That's why like I'm not really searching for BP as we go through this journey if I have exploration anymore. The BP stuff doesn't bother me at all. And we don't need this either. We're looking for more textiles and plants as usual. I want to like maybe go up and get this star up here. I think it might be a good idea, so we'll have to go up around here. So I actually might sacrifice getting the chest here just for now, just so we can get this.
Ooh, look at what I found.
Is there what else do we have? We have a lot of fat. See, I don't want to give up a lot of this stuff, but like maybe tattered map we do not need. Like that's 30, you know. 4, continue exploration. 4, just keep going up here. We have a lot of items that we can obtain here. 3, because we don't want to do a battle right now. Throw a stone and knock it down. Got a barely working mortar, but we don't need this again, so I might just like once again. You can keep it. 4 might be good for this as well. Eat some fruits. Lovely. And then 3 will move us over to here. We're just trying to go up to the star. Well, there's a chance we might not even get to the star, right? There's a chance. We have to time this pretty correctly. We'll get a chest, though. Or do you get it just by passing through it? Oh, great. Perfect. And then we can end exploration.
What?
That is so good. Let's see. Is there any items that are just like really weak? Like, well, pebble, right? Yeah. I think it's good. I think we end our exploration right now before anything else happens. We got so many items. Perfect. I think actually perfect. I got a bondage suit as well, you know? Yeah, like, quit while we're ahead. But yeah, it's so perfect that, like, the video didn't record. Like, I forgot to press record on exploration. It's not I never like to be like, it's the same thing with, like, any other thing where, like, I play a game when, like, oh, I missed this exploration part. You know? I never like saying that, but I'm saying that, like, it's, like, best case scenario of a worst case scenario. If you get what I'm saying. It's like, oh, I've fallen off my bike. I've already fallen off the bike. At least I only have a scratch. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that like missing out on exploration is like just a scratch, but you know what I mean? It's like, or maybe the better way to describe it is like, because I like to show the exploration because it lets you know where I'm at. I fell off my bike, right? And I broke my elbow. But a lot more things can happen when you fall off your bike, especially the way you fall. You know what I mean? It's like the disaster's already happened. Damage control. You know what I mean? Like, well, survey the situation. Okay, it's exploration. It wasn't story. It wasn't a big, gigantic story moment. It wasn't a bonding event. It wasn't something like that, right? Which again, like, would you guys know? Even though we love exploration, would be way worse to lose that one. It would be, because you can't get those moments back. You can't. You can explore again. You can't get those moments back. You can't. Unless I find out how they're doing tomorrow. So Takuma and Gaku, by the way, I lay down in my bed, closed my eyes, and slowly drifted off to sleep. I always worry about that because, like, again, you guys know more than anyone that, like, I love, like, you know, the in-between aspects of a story as well. So I don't really have to even, like, be like, you know, like, I'm not saying that exploration is not good, because you guys know. You guys know. I like exploring. I like this game a lot.
Get ready. Prepare. Be ready to give.
This game makes me happy. I'll get myself to the cafeteria for now. Maybe Takamaru Gaku will be there today. I wonder. It's a wonder what's going to happen to them as well, right? I haven't seen Takamaru around at all today. I'm getting a little worried. Yeah. Takumi, you're making weird assumptions, aren't you? Boys are so juvenile. What are you talking about?
No.
Just because I'm worried about him doesn't mean I like him. I think you want me to think that I like him. I think she loves the drama of it, which honestly, like, fair. We all love a bit of gossip and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But she loves the gossip about herself. She's like, you know, we all love gossip but sometimes, but she's like, yeah, I'd love, like, let's gossip about me. You know? Cruiserweights with dad bods are more my type, nothing like Takamaru. A cruiserweight is basically like the essence of a light heavyweight. It's under 205 pounds usually is the general rule of a cruiserweight. But cruiserweight with dad bod mean that not only going to be under 205 pounds, but they're also going to have like a bit of a dad bod, which is, you know, it's rare with cruiserweights. I don't know. I feel like I could end up like that after a few decades. Okay. Stop jumping to conclusions. If you don't let up, I'll hit you with the 3-ring circus. Okay. Moko took her leave and annoyed powder her face. Genuinely, like, I love Moko because she is a character that, like, as I said, she loves, like, stirring up drama about herself. You know, she's like, don't you think I said this? You think I like this person? But also at the same time, like, she also calls herself cute, which I love. It's one of my favorite character traits. If you're ever writing a story and you want me to like a character, have a character say, like, I'm really cute. And I'm like, oh, I love the confidence. I love it. That's adorable. Still no Gaku or Takamaru. Yeah, no Gaku or Takamaru again today. But Shion is here. And my old pal. My best bud. Morocco isn't here. What's going on? Is something up with him? Sumino, how about you let Morocco know for me? Let him know what? Tell him to stop constantly worrying about things that don't matter. He keeps asking me pointless things. What does he ask you? Pointless things? So utterly pointless, I can't even bring myself to tell you about them. Just let him know when you see him. Knowing Gaku, though, what he said is, like, probably actually a big worry. And, or maybe, like, who knows? But, like, usually he says stuff that's, like, actually, like, a very realistic worry. Like, this is terrifying. Or are we going to die? And everyone goes, Gaku, what the hell, Gaku? Gaku, what are you talking about? And it's like, we might die. But I'm glad to see that someone's already feeling good. I'll be off then, checking in on his son. You know what I mean? Gaku will be like, a monster will appear in front of everyone, and Gaku goes, "Oh my god, it's a monster! This is absolutely terrifying! I'm gonna pee my pants or something." And then everyone goes, "Gaku, Gaku." You're like, no, it's an actually appropriate response. I looked away for Soraya to see Shion surrounded by people as usual. Hey Shion, which is easier, floating around or walking? Well, walking takes more effort, true. I've never actually done it, so I don't know how it feels. I'm just trying to imitate how it looks to me. Oh my god, he's imitating walking. If you felt like it, you could astral project yourself through walls. Go anywhere you want, right? But he wants to do like the general, like, he wants to live like us. I suppose his body isn't exactly real after all. People treat me like I'm not real, but I can't go anywhere. You are absolutely not permitted to peep on Kaku just because you go through walls. I don't think he was even thinking of that 1 second, Ima. I would never do that. Yeah, she out of all people is like a gentle soul of the highest degree. If Ima says anything weird to you, it's okay to punish him with your undying flames. I wouldn't do that either. I only use my powers for the mission to save humanity. Oh my, Mr. Shion, that was such a cool thing to say. Yes, very cool. This again! There's some... Yugamu. What's wrong with Sir? Oh my god, please. Nothing at all. I was just thinking, please, can we talk to him? I noticed there was something up with him. Please. I just remembered something I need to do. Excuse me, can I go with you? Tell me what you're doing. Something you need to do? I'm developing a new drug in the biolab. It's for the benefit of everyone here, so no need to worry. Well, I trust that you would actually do something for the benefit of everybody, but still, I would like to come with you. Not because I don't trust you, because I want to know what's happening. Yugamu left the cafeteria without another word. Being told not to worry about Yugamu of all people just makes me worry more. I'm excited to see what this new concoction he's working on is, though. If he needs a guinea pig, I will volunteer. You... Please, Ava. Oh no, Ava, you can't let him do anything weird to you, no matter how much he asks. I see. I must not do that. Understand? That's what I'm talking about. So we can order them not to take orders from other people. Interestingly enough. So I wonder if there's like some paradoxical way we can find a way for them to just like think for themselves. I wonder. All of you are such good friends. Is that what you got from this? Well, that's fine, I guess. Honestly, though, like, again, from someone who's never experienced, like, friendship, like, you might think that, like, again, I do think that everyone here is close, but they're close in a way that wouldn't even, like, that is so abnormal from the real world, right? These characters here, like, you know, have threatened to kill each other, they've stabbed each other, they've hurt each other, they've done all this stuff. But, like, again, because it's a different type of universe, like, there's grounded emotions and real emotions, but it's an abnormal situation. So, like, obviously it's going to be an abnormal friendships going on here, you know? Of course. We continued to converse about Shion and soon wrapped up our breakfast. After that, we went back to our rooms. Is it going to be more stuff? What was Sori trying to say about Gaku anyway? I still haven't talked to Takamaru either. I'm getting more worried. Can we go talk to him now? I better make sure to talk to him and see if I see him today. If we see him today? So that means we're not going to see him today. It looks like now we're not going to see them today. Okay, first of all, let's go talk. Let's go here. And talk to Shion, see if like Shion has anything else to say. I should know the school inside out, yet everything seems so fresh and new to me lately because you have a new experience. Sometimes the environment and the feelings around you can like change like at even an area that you're familiar with, right? It must be because I've made friends with everybody. And like the example I would give is like, you know, if you have a roommate or something that you've known for a while and you've been in the apartment for like 8 months or something like that, or not 8 months, maybe like 2 months, and you know the ins and outs of the apartment, but you haven't really talked to your roommate that often, and you feel like maybe they're a bit cold to you, and then like all of a sudden, like, you know, one day you sit down together and like you both watch like, I don't know, what's a show that people watch, like Deadliest Catch or something together, and you're watching it and you're like, I sound like an alien there, I just realized. What do people watch today in today's life? Checking database, Deadliest Catch. You watch Deadliest Catch with them, and then all of a sudden, like, you start having more conversations, you start being more friendly with each other, and then, like, all of a sudden, the apartment feels more open. It's like, oh, now I can, like, go anywhere, I don't feel awkward, we can chat, when they're in the kitchen, I go into the kitchen, and we have, like, a chat and stuff, I guess it makes the area and the space feel a lot different, right? I don't know where we are with, bonding, again, because it was, like, the last time I played this game was Friday, and it is legitimately now Wednesday. So I might check the report card to see where we are with the bonds with some of these characters. Hiroko. And here's the thing, I want to say, like, we have, like, I think Ima was last. So do we give, I think we'll give some stuff to Nozomi. Yeah, we'll give some to Nozomi. It doesn't really matter what order we do it in, because we're going to get there anyway. But now we have, like, a lot of stuff. Look at that stuff we got there. So we need to go to the flower box and give the flower box. What do humans like to receive? Flowers. Enter into database. Also, I want to say as well, I was very, very happy seeing the comment section last time when it came in regards to...
Wow! I can
of course you can have it.
Thank you. I'll cherish it forever and ever.
I love how happy she gets from this as well. Legitimately, like when I was picking all these flowers, like literally, this demon came out of the ground who was like the head of all demons, and he said, "You must answer riddles for these flowers." And I said, "Actually, I'm giving these to Nozomi," and he said, "Oh, my bad," and went back into the ground. It was very interesting. Not surprised that the comment section was like very reasonable about like my opinions on Saray and their opinions on Saray. Not surprised. That's all I'll say. Not surprised. You guys are always very reasonable when it comes to my takes. I mean, a lot of you guys were here for Danganronpa. Some of you weren't. Some of you were here for Raincoat as well, which has like a lot of different like topics that brought up as well. And I think it's honestly very cool that, like, you know, it's one of those things that reaffirms things. I already knew I could say my own opinion and all the time, and like, I always do. But it's always like very cool when because think at the back of your mind always, no matter what, when you give an opinion, you're gonna think to yourself like, I wonder how people are going to take this, you know? And then it's like, I upload the video, it's like, oh yeah, it's, again, everyone's perfect. You know, everyone's lovely. Everyone's so nice and sweet and lovely and nice and sweet and lovely and nice and sweet. Hello, Ava. Yeah, I've said it before, but like one of the things that's like always very cool, like when my friends like check out the comment section, because usually like they look at comments and stuff like that as well, like if like they check out my videos or like, you know, and one of the things they always like say to me is surprisingly like one of the most like nice comment sections they've seen. Even when there was videos like that had like hundreds of comments and they're like, this is like really nice, you know?
Wow! I can have this? Thank you. I'll cherish it forever and ever.
There's no problem whatsoever. Actually, like legitimately, when I found this flower box, I was like going downtown and I saw it in a shop, and the lady in the shop like had a sign up that said "I hate Nozomi," right? And I was like, what's this sign here? And I ripped it down. I was like, what is this? What is this? And he said, it's opposite day. And then they gave me 2 flower boxes, so expect another one coming up very soon. Oh, lovely. Fantastic.
This may sound weird, but I'm starting to think life here isn't so bad after all.
Interesting.
Apart from the fighting, of course. I fight because I have no choice, not because I like it.
Right, okay.
I was always occupied when I was little and never got to play with friends. I pretended to be fine, but I was really lonely deep inside.
It would be lonely, right? It would be very lonely. I mean, like that, a situation like that where you have to like not only like accept like your fate in that sense, but it's also like, you know, you're seeing other people like having fun and stuff like this too.
Can you believe I've never watched a movie with friends before?
Wow.
How can a person make friends or a boyfriend like that?
And it's interesting because we know that like this is Katawa, right? From what we've known, and so like they have experiences in their mind where they didn't have all this stuff. When in reality, it's so interesting as well. Like, you know, if you think of it from Katawa's perspective, we definitely watch movies with Katawa. We know we did. You know what I mean? We definitely like, you know, had a love connection with Katawa, and Nozomi. You know what I mean? Like Katawa did all this stuff, 100%. But Nozomi, from her memories, she's saying, and this is like again, we're gonna take this as we go, by the way, with their memories, like, because I never want to like, you know, confuse the situation like that, but this can be like a weird situation, right? When you feel like, oh, I'm not even doing like the basic stuff that you're supposed to do in life, or they quote unquote supposed to do.
It's not like I especially wanted a boyfriend. I just.
No,
I'm sorry. This is becoming.
It's so
awkward.
normal to talk about this. It's so normal.
My movie interests were quite different from those around me anyway. I preferred vintage stuff.
Okay.
I'm really into movies set when humanity was still living on Earth.
Again, another interest that Katawa had, right? The idea of like Earth and outside the complex.
With an interest like that, it's going to be hard to find someone to go to the movies with me. Huh?
I feel like that's like you bite the bullet in those situations though, right? A lot of the times. You know? I know it sounds bad, and maybe like, you know, you don't want to say, oh, bite the bullet when it comes to a friend. But I feel like, you know, sometimes you're not going to like something your friend is into, but like you'll do it anyway, even though you love them, you know? I remember I went to see Godzilla, and I wasn't that interested in the Godzilla movie at the time, and I went to see it because my friend was really excited about it, you know what I mean? They wanted someone to go with them. Like, I'm like, it's I don't know. I feel like it's dependent, but I think what we got from that conversation was obviously like from Nozomi's perspective, she is someone who like was kind of like in the outskirts of friendship, never really had a true friendship, never really had a true bond, never had a boyfriend from her perspective as well. But also at the same time, it's also, I think, showcasing that she still had such a love for like the idea of stuff, the life outside of the idea of the complex or the area that we're in as well. She had a desire to be away from all that, right? Even in movies. In the end, I didn't see Gaku or Takamaru again. They're not avoiding me, are they? And almost as if on cue. Oh my god, who's there at this hour? Are you kidding me? Please. Oh my god, I can't wait to find out what this is. I opened the door and saw 2 people on the other side. Oh.
Good evening. We are the famed detective Kako.
Oh my god. Okay. I thought it was going to be Gaku and Takamaru, and I was really excited. If I didn't get them, a consolation, Detective Kako, right?
And her famed assistant, Ima Tsukumo! Behold, the almighty detective duo!
That's lovely. That's so nice. You need to keep it down. The truth will evade us. I love he's like shouting out who they are. No, I love it. I love that he's agreed to be the assistant. That's so awesome. What are you two talking about? Famed detective. No, she is a detective, Takumi. Don't even say anything. Takumi, I'll jump through the screen right now. I'll jump through the screen and grab your hoodie and drag you back through the screen. She's a detective. We have a case in our hands. I can smell it in the air. By the way, I'm joking with Takumi. You know I love Takumi. A case? Mr. Maroku and Mr. Yakushiji, of course. They've been acting strange the last few days, haven't they? They have, 100%. I love that we have Detective Kako and Assistant Ime with us. I really do.
Yeah,
The two of them spent all day cooped up in the rooms, and I know it's been on your mind too, Mr. Sumino. Well, yeah. So with the scent of a case in the air, I decided to get some information. It seems that Mr. Maruko is very concerned about what Mr. Atsuki said. Okay. What Eito said. You remember, don't you?
Are those you hold dear actually on that artificial satellite?
Yeah.
Are you 100% sure?
Do you remember we were
about
shouting
that?
at the screen as well to like, let's listen to this? I was like totally on board for listening to this too.
Hey!
That again? He was just trying to mess with us. Oh my god, but like all the, like... So sorry, guys, I don't know what's happened. Like, earlier I forgot to press record. For some reason, just stop recording. It happens, it's just stopped recording for a second there. I don't think it's a big problem whatsoever, brother. I don't think it's a big problem. It just sometimes will, like, happen, like, once every blue moon. But it said here that, about, like, what Eito said on the satellite. We 100% were, like, thinking about this too, right? Like, this is, like, yeah, and honestly, like, he's concerned about what Eito said. That's what Gaku was concerned about. 100%. Yeah. Just imagine the world without your Kaku base wants to tug at her beautiful cheeks and bring her close to me. Tug on your own cheeks. Why should Gaku be worried about that now?
Yeah!
That's the thing. His reaction feels unnatural to me.
Oh!
In full honesty, it reeks of someone plotting something.
Huh?
There may be someone behind the scenes pulling the strings. What? Someone is goading Mr. Maruko. Goading? What do we do? Do you think it's Takamoto then? We're still investigating that very matter. Please wait for this exciting conclusion to our case. Do you think it could be Takabara then? Right, Kako? Oh, she's upset. Your cheeks are all puffy and pouty, Kako. What's wrong? You did all of the talking. Yeah, she's the detective, Ima. I'm supposed to be the detective here. Hey, now, that's detective's job is to present the solution. All the boring exposition in between falls to the assistant. That's why you usually tell us if you find any clues, Mr. Sumino. We'll see you again when we're ready to present our solution. It's very cute that she got very upset as well there, right? It is definitely adorable. See you. They're an adorable duo together, they are. After the conversation, which only barely involved me, the two of them quickly left my room. Someone's pulling the strings, plotting something. If that's really happening, what reason would they have to get Gaku under Gaku's skin like this? But what Eito said.
Are those you hold dear actually on that artificial satellite?
I think it's not a...
Are you 100% sure about that?
I think it's not a bad thing to, like, again, whilst, yes, he could be saying this just to mess with our heads. I think that, like, now that, like, he also said about us getting our memories messed with, like, if one thing is true, the other thing might have some fire to the smoke as well. No way, that was just an empty lie. I don't think we can look at it that anymore. I really don't. Given the idea that any thought at all is just falling into Eito's trap. I'm going to have to do something about those two, though, tomorrow. I'll take the initiative. And so ended my second attempt at day 54. So yeah, I think they're such an adorable duo together. I love Detective Kako and Assistant Ima, that's fantastic. But so Ima thinks that someone's like pulling Gaku's strings and kind of like encouraging him to like get a little bit
Get ready for your prepare to spend another day. Be ready
I guess to
give your
think about what
life.
Eito's saying. But who would do that? Like, would Takamaru really do that? Or would Takamaru... Cause I guess if, like, Takamaru's thinking about the memory stuff, maybe. I doubt Takamaru or Gaku would be there, but I should ask everyone if they've seen him just in case. You know what I mean? Like, I know Takamaru was very upset about the idea of, like, which he should be, his memories being changed. But I wonder. He's very close to Gaku's home. Hey, did you tell Maruko to stop spending some time and energy on things that don't matter? No, not yet. I'm assuming you're talking about what Eito said. It's such a massive waste of time to think about anything that comes out of the trader's mouth. We know that one thing that he said was actually kind of true, which is about the memory stuff, right? Eito did say that, didn't he? He did. Tell Maruko not to get any crazy ideas. Well, there's a bomb inside of him, so we can't do anything to her because again, threatening us.
Hey.
Anyway, I have things to do. You're in charge, Sumino. Hey, wait. Without sparing me another moment of time, Sarai disappeared. The reason why, right, that scares me that he's just hanging outside Gaku's room like this, right, is because Gaku is, even if his strings aren't getting pulled, I don't think it's irrational for a character to think about what Eito's saying and say, is that actually happening? Because all it takes is, if you're in an unstable position, like everyone is in this place, is to have something dropped into your mind and then everything changes about your perspective. I'm feeling a little less than totes chilled today, you okay? It's the first time I've had such a long gap between matches ever since my debut. A pro is supposed to keep showing up for their matches no matter what happens. I've appeared in every single one that's been organized so far. This is actually a very true thing, which is actually, I think, a very toxic aspect of professional wrestling. Undertaker did the Hell in a Cell match with a broken ankle, with a fracture in his ankle. Cody Rhodes did a Hell in a Cell match with his, and these are real injuries, by the way, a pec torn. There's like other times where you find out, like, you know, wrestlers who have wrestled with injuries for a long period of time, have like refused to get surgery for long periods of time, have had neck injuries and stuff like this, and they still wrestle because there's this really toxic code in wrestling. And you might say, like, well, Calvin, like, it's not, they're not actually hitting each other, but like they do like impact moves where they fall and they go through tables and stuff like this as well. It's a toxic aspect of wrestling, which is like, no matter what, you show up and you do the job, you know. It's fading away now, but still there are people that like will be like, I gotta work, it's just an important time in the business. It's not good. I'm totally wigged out. It's not a good thing. I don't like that toxic aspect of wrestling. Mocha stormed off in a foul mood. It's what leads to wrestlers, like, I'm just being honest, what leads to wrestlers not being able to put on their own socks. And it's not because of like something that was like, you know, out of their control in a way. It was something that like is this stupid code where it's like they keep hurting themselves over and over again, and they don't take breaks because they're not supposed to take breaks, even when you're like, and it's changed a bit now where like wrestlers, if they do get injured, there's like, seriously, there's, of course, they're not supposed to wrestle. But like you'll find people like being like, oh yeah, I wrestled that time with a broken wrist. It's like, why? Dude? I wrestled that time and I had like a serious flu. It's like, to take time off. Please take time off. They're still not here anyway. As I thought, there was no sign of Gaku or Takamaru in the cafeteria, but Yugamu's here. Not here, huh? Too bad. I was hoping to talk. Oh my god, Gaku and Takamaru. Yeah, looks like they're not around today either. So he wants to talk to him too. No, I was talking about, Saray. He's not here this morning. I saw him earlier, but it seems like he's busy today. I could ask him if he needs something. It's not that important. Forget it, which means it's probably very important. The way Yugamu talks. You know what I mean? Since you mentioned it, Takumi, I'm worried about Gaku and Takamaru. We've barely seen them at all the last few days. Do you think they're okay? I knew it. They're really doing a secret trading together. I'm telling you, there's zero chance of that. They both seem to be holed up in their rooms. They're eating proper meals, right? How shameful would it be for a slop-sucking maggot like me is the only one eating? Please, Shoma. They're doing fine with food. Yugamu's been bringing them snacks. Okay, Yugamu. What can I say? I was concerned too. Did you have any conversations with them? I'm totally on the board. I'm like, maybe I'm too on the train of like Yugamu, Takamaru, Gaku alliance like I was last time. Maybe I'm too on the train. So you saw them? How are they doing? I don't know too much. I just handed them their food. They seem fine, so I don't think you have to worry. And also Yugamu, like, or it could just be Yugamu being very caring, you know? But that doesn't add up. Isn't it strange that they haven't left the rooms? Hey, Shion, could you go through the walls and get inside the rooms, right? I don't think Shion wants to do that. I don't think it's very fair on Gaku or Takamaru or Shion to do that. I really rather not. I can't just go into a comrade's room without permission. Yeah, he's gone into our room without permission, but he got eternal permission from us, right? Yeah, but like, I don't know, we welcomed it. Like, if we didn't, like, I feel like we were waiting for him to come at all times as well. But then again, Takumi says what he feels, I guess. But I feel like we were waiting for him to arrive in our room, right? Should I break down their doors? I will do it if you order me to. I order you to not break down the doors. Stop that. We should leave them be. Yugamu. Why? We may be living together, but we have to respect each other's privacy. Even guys like them might want to slow down and take some time to think. He's right. He's very right. He's correct. And look at this determined look on his face. If we try to force them to talk to us, they'll just push back even harder. I agree. I do agree. Don't you think we'd be better off trusting them and waiting for them to come to us? That's the thing. It's like, I'm more like emotionally I'm worried about Gaku if he's thinking about all this stuff as well. But like, I think Yugamu has like a very good perspective here. And again, I'm still on the train where I kind of would love the alliance of Yugamu, Gaku, and Takamaru. But I think what Yugamu is saying is just speaking truth right now. Now that you mention it, maybe that's the right thing to do. It's very unusual for to say something so thoughtful, Yugamu. Do you think I was nothing more than some perverse murderer full of bloodlust? I will say Yugamu on odd occasions will randomly say something that's like, oh, that's really, 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 really like caring. Isn't that the truth? At any rate, this is an issue those two should manage themselves. We shouldn't stick our nose in their business too much. I guess rather than meddling, we could just wait it out a little longer. I think that's for the best. As we discussed what to do, about Gaku and Takamaro, there were two others observing us from afar. The detective duo, yeah, the detective and her assistant. What are they up to? Is this part of their so-called investigation? So-called? Take that word so-called right out of there. Kako is a detective extraordinaire. After we finished a quick breakfast, we all went back to our rooms. Is it going to be free time? I do wonder about Gaku and Takamaro, but after that conversation, I can't just turn up at their doors. If something's bothering them, I want to help, but it's true that I might just end up sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. I have no idea if Ima's big declaration that someone is plotting something is even true. I mean, Ima's very smart. So is Kako. I know what to do. I don't know what I should do about this, but I do know I should keep preparing for our next defensive battle. We know that Kako is like again, she's always been very smart and she's always had very fantastic input. And Ima said that he was relaying kind of like the detective's information that Kako found. So I tend to trust Kako and Ima's input because they've always had great input. When they do have great, when they do give input on a situation, they usually have they usually have something good to say. And I know sometimes Ima can be very snarky, but that's just him being snarky. That's different, right? But when he does give input, it's always like, oh yeah, that does make sense. And same with Kako. Even before, remember in the previous round when Ima wouldn't let Kako speak, I was shouting from the rooftop. Every time Kako says something, it sounds so good. And then she was like, shut up at the time. Excuse me. Yeah. It's very interesting because right now my thought process is, yes, it could be just a very beautiful thing that Yugamu was just kind of respect their privacy, and I think it's an amazing thing. I have no doubt in my mind that would be one of the best things ever, and I think it's a very sweet thing that he said there and a very true thing that he said there. But I also as I said, I'm on the train. I'm already on the tracks of this what if Yugamu, Takamaro, and Gaku have an idea to work together, because Yugamu is the one doubting stuff. Gaku was definitely doubting this stuff, and Takamaro was very upset about what we said about the not having to say anything, right? So I wonder if it's that thing where they all kind of have, but then again, they're in separate rooms, so maybe that I should get off that train. I don't know. It's just a wish of mine. I'm on the train.
For me? I see. Thank you. This makes me happy.
As always, we don't have to say our usual thing with Hiroko, because she does something for us by saying this. It means the world. Oh wow, a bonding event already.
All of you fought the invaders for the first time at this school.
Yes, but you didn't.
I, on the other hand, had been fighting them at the Tokyo residential complex before this. They sometimes showed up at the complex. I would disguise myself when I fought them so as not to cause a commotion.
So no one would know it was her, no one would be like, oh my god, Hiroko's fighting these monsters.
I simply put on a mask that had been lying around in my room. People thought that I was some kind of mysterious villain.
That actually sounds so interesting, right? Hiroko, with just this mask on, this kind of vigilante / villain going around the place destroying these monsters, and hearing stories about her. Did you hear about Hiroko? They don't know it was Hiroko, but you hear about that girl?
But since my face was concealed, I could exterminate the invaders with a smile.
Interesting,
on
and
my
no one
face.
judging her for that either, right? No one's gonna be oh my god, she's weird. She's smiling and she's killing these creatures.
Recently, the neighborhood kids even began cheering me on when they saw me
That's
fighting.
awesome. I'm sorry, but I know this is gonna be a darker story, but I still think it's the idea of it's cool, vigilante Hiroko.
What a bother. I can only hope they don't
They do.
see me as
They do.
some kind of hero.
You're destroying monsters looking cool. You know what I mean? Now, I think what she's saying there is very important too. She's I love fighting, and Hiroko loves fighting. This, that's what she's saying. I love fighting. I love being in battles, and it's actually when I feel most comfortable. But what she's saying here is also important, which is it's not just I don't want them to think I'm a hero because I don't want the credit of being a hero. It's actually more, I feel and maybe I'm wrong. It more feels I don't want those kids to grow up thinking that this is the right, that it's good to just go in and get yourself beaten in a battle and fight in this battle or these battles and probably get hurt. There's a possibility of that too. Okay, so we can go back to Ima now. Ima's going up on his 4th, I believe. Is he? If again was saying it kind of sounds she's kind of doing this thing where it's yes, I don't want them to think of me as some like great hero because for my own like emotions, because I'm like I don't want to be seen that way. But it's also like probably because she doesn't want the kids to see this as like what they should be, you know, as to go into danger like this as well, right? Maybe. I could be reading too much into that as well.
Wow! From me? Yes! Thank you!
And honestly, when I got this standee, I literally found it at like the bottom of the ocean. There was like the one ring to rule them all down there as well, but I figured this is more important. I figured this is way more important.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the Gaku thing. Like, I'm very worried about. I think I'm worried about Takamaru as well, and obviously I'm interested in what Yugamu's doing too. But like, I would love to be there for Gaku and kind of be like, look, you're valid. You know what you're saying is valid. It's totally understandable to like worry that the people that back on the arc are not there. You know, I'd love to be able to say that to him. In the end, there was no progress on the Gaku and Takamaru situation. But should we really leave it to them to their own device? Gaku's worried about Eito, what Eito said, and I'm still stuck on the way Takamaru was acting the last time I saw him. He probably felt betrayed. He was told, you know what the thing is? He's right. He's so right. No one messes away and gets away with it. We say we got no choice but to back down with our tails between our legs. I ain't about to let him off the hook that easy. Like, he's actually correct. You know, that's the tough thing about it. He's correct. I get the feeling I just can't ignore this. I guess I'll ask everyone about it again tomorrow. Thoughts about what I should do drifted through my mind as I fell asleep, ending my second attempt at the day 55. Like, it's so difficult when someone's correct and you have to talk them down off doing something. You know what I mean? He is so right to be angry and upset about that. And it's so difficult in that sense.
Get prepared. Be ready to...
I better get to the cafeteria right away, and I'll ask everyone about Gaku and Takamaru again. It is legitimately that, by the way. It's like, the way I would use the analogy is like, you know when you have like a friend who's super angry at someone, and like, you know in your heart of hearts, you're like, you don't want them to get hurt, so you're like, oh, please don't do something crazy. But the way they're talking, they're like, I wish I could just do this, I wish I could do that. It's like, I'm so angry at this person, they suck. And it's like, you're correct. It's like, I don't want you getting blown up. It's like, you're correct. You're so correct. Oh, Ava.
Huh?
What are you doing up here? I'm cleaning. I must tidy every nook and cranny of this school to ensure a pleasant life for everyone. After this, I will have a breakfast and wash up, then finish by cleaning the boys' bathroom. The boys' bathroom? You're the one cleaning it? Yes, this is my duty. I belong to... No, you do not. By the way, how have you been feeling, Lady? Have you been feeling strange or anything? I'm in perfect form. Feel free to kill and discard me if you... No, never. No, you're not. You're not my property. You should do... Nope. Nope. I'm done here. I'll now go to the cafeteria. You're not anyone's property. With that, Ava went back inside the school building. These conversations at the start of the... who's here now? Oh, wait. Yugamu's not here. Either is Ima or Kaku. It's actually like a... Yeah, it's a missing bunch of characters here at the cafeteria this morning. Interesting. This is everybody. I knew Gaku and Takamaru wouldn't be here, but... Where are Ima and Kako, and Moko and Yugamu haven't shown up either, so Moko's not here either, which is interesting. And Moko's not going to miss out on, like, you know, she likes cafeteria time, like, she loves the camaraderie of everything and stuff, you know? This is horrible. What do you mean? Mr. and Miss Tsukumo always give me breakfast, so I have no idea what to eat. Oh my god, that's so sweet. I have no idea what to eat if they're not here. Sounds like this is your chance to eat something normal for once. I know, like, they do make crazy food, but it's very sweet, the idea that they choose their breakfast. I imagine them like walking, like, I'm dying of cuteness. Imagine them like walking up to the counter and Ava's just right behind him and they're like pointing at food. You should try this, and they're being so genuine about it. You know what I mean? I'll make you breakfast, Ava. Is there anything you want to eat? Anything will do. I will eat anything I'm ordered to. I see. Is Yugamu off developing his drug, do you think? It's kind of a weird that Moko's not. Oh god. What do you mean it? What do you mean it? What do you mean it? It began? No. What's happening? What's happening? The school bell? What?
Do you guys hear me?
What?
I've made a decision.
What? Gaku, what are you doing? What is Gaku doing? I made a decision.
I can't take it anymore. I need to find out the truth for myself.
Gaku's on the freaking Saray announcement screen. Oh, look, he looks so nervous. What the hell?
I'm gonna make Siri get in contact with the artificial satellite.
What?
I don't care what it takes.
Oh my god. I actually am like so stunned right now that the first time someone else is on the screen is Gaku. Right? Oh my, he's gonna make him?
You wanna know too? Don't
Yeah.
you? You're with me. Right, guys?
Let's join the rebellion.
Then get over to the gym. I'm holding Siri captive here.
What do you mean? How do you have him captive?
Join me and let's reach out to the artificial satellite. We'll find out for sure if everyone's really
Sure.
there.
Oh my freaking god. What the hell? He said he's holding straight captain in the gym. Is it weird that I'm strangely proud of Gaku? Like, look at this. He's taking initiative, but like obviously it's not in the he's not in the like the right mindset, I don't think either though. He says he's holding straight captain in the gym. Like, how do you do that? How do you hold him captive? He's captured the Audible Saray? How did he pull that off? We're not supposed to be able to touch him. Exactly. He has to be working with someone. Yes, that should be true for all of us except Nozomi because of the bombs. What should we do? Should we go to the gym? Yes. Of course, we saw Mr. Moroka rescue the Audible Saray. He's really going to reach out to the artificial satellite. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm saying Gaku couldn't capture Saray by himself, but I feel like he just like wouldn't even think of like, he'd just go in guns blazing, I feel like. Should we be stopping him? That's right. If there's a chance we could speak to everyone there, I think we'd all want to. But that's not possible. Even if the Honorable Saray can't contact the satellite. What does that mean? I'm just saying threatening him is pointless, so please help him instead. Is that an order? Understood, I will help. Wait, what do you mean he can't contact the satellite? Explain yourself. That's a big thing. If this whole time he wasn't able to contact them? Everyone, I don't know anything about contacting the satellite, but... He's an ally to humanity, but he's not an ally to us. That's the problem, Shion. Like, I 100% believe that he wants to save humanity, but then not individual humans. Like, we're humanity. We're part of humanity. As soon as you make, like, people suffer, that's... He's just doing what he needs to in order to say... I believe that 100%. I believe 100% that he's trying to get to day 100, 110%, right? But he's not just, like, a saint. So if we lose him, we'll most certainly be at a disadvantage in the war going forward. I also agree with that in some way too, but also at the same time, he's been erasing our minds and stuff. And I understand that you're already being asked to take a lot on faith alone, but why not save him and hear him out? Oh, is this gonna be a choice? Oh no, this might be a choice. Oh no. Oh, no. Because I'd always side with my teammates. I always would. I just say that right now. Always. And again, Shion's 100% correct when he says that Saray is trying to get to day 100 and save humanity. He is correct. This is something I believe 100% in my heart. But I do think that the idea of love for humanity, and people said this in the comments as well, a love for humanity involves all humanity, right? What he really loves is the idea of humanity and the central principle of humanity, which is everyone, the whole world, right? But I feel like it's one of those things where like the stuff he's done to us so far, whether it be like the electroshock stuff, the erasing of the memory, like all this stuff, right? That is a thing against people within humanity. So it's not the individual he likes, and he doesn't care about the individual. He cares about the entire humanity. Which to me, I'm like, my mindset is like totally different when it comes to this stuff. I will side with my teammates most always. Pronounce get to the gym, but you can talk after. You know what I mean? I just don't like this stuff. You know what? I've already talked to Great Legs about this as well. Yes, 100%. He cares about Shion in his warped way. Yes, he does care that he does want humanity to survive. Yes, all true. Right? All true. but he doesn't care about us as individuals, and that's the important part to me. Right, something was clearly off with Gaku just now. For now, let's just try to assess the situation. He has to be working with someone, right? He has to. And let's go to the gym before it's too late. We all sprinted for the gym. There's Takamaru. And Moko. Gaku and Takamaru and Moko too? What are you doing here? What's happening? Something's not right.
Can't take it
Oh my god,
anymore.
he's like so like done. He's so done. This is horrible to think about. Even seeing him like this upsets me. Huh? Just want to talk to my family. Is that so wrong? It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Gaku, what's going on and where's Saray? Like all these like, and this is the consequence, by the way, of not letting us know things. This is the consequence of all this pent up emotions coming to a head. Not letting people know things, not communicating with people leads to this type of situation. Saray? He's gone. Where'd he go? Is he wait, what? Gaku?
Takumi, you did this. You're hiding
Gaku.
him, aren't you?
No. What do you mean? What? Whose side are you really on anyway? Takamaru, we're not hiding Saray. You said you had Saray. Eva, Shion, Saray, and even Eito.
Whose side are you really on?
Takamaru, you said you had him. What are you even saying? I feel like I'm going to go crazy with stress from not having any matches. I want the clash in the rig, soul versus soul. I want my spirit to scream. Oh, sorry.
Spirit to scream!
What is happening? You too, Moko, what's going on? What? You said on the thing you had Saray. Hand over Saray if you're going to get in her way then. You said you had Saray.
We'll have to use force. I'm not playing.
Gaku. Something is messing with us here. Something is happening here. Right? And again, I want to be clear here. This is a consequence of a lack of communication about what's actually going on in this world. It's come to this. It's come to their minds being destroyed. It's come to them being upset and anxious. The anxiety has gotten too much, and it's gotten to this point. A lack of communication. They even have their infusers?
Hand over Saray right now.
We don't have them.
Little bastard needs to pay for screwing with
I
my
agree.
head.
I agree, but we don't have them. Everyone stop. What's wrong with you? Could this be part of an invader attack? What is... What do we do, team leader? They seem ready to fight. So did so like... But the one that plays our mind is gone, right? They're clearly not in the right minds. If we want to bring them back to normal, then... We're just going to have to fight back. No, do we really have to fight our own friends? I don't want to fight these guys. Ava, we need our infusers. Could you bring them to us as quick as you can? Understood. Shion, you can watch with Ava. We'll take care of this. Understood. Good luck. This is so... I feel so bad. We just have to do this. We have to stop our friends. We'll figure out what happens after we knock some sense into them. It's very clear that by their minds are very in a very bad place. And it's one of those things where, like I said, the lack of communication about and all this anxiety. And here's the thing, it could be an invader thing. It could be an invader thing that's like changed their perception or whatever. Oh my god, here as well. Gaku doing the first thing. We've never seen that before. At all. Gaku getting the protagonist moment here. I can't believe they recorded the voice lines for this too. That means the other ones probably have one too. Look at them. Watch. Yeah, he still has the hair even here. Man. Oh my god, what? That's amazing. They're showing the weight of this situation, by the way. They're not shying away from the fact that of showing two sides using their infusers to show that we are on opposite sides. We're not on the same screen anymore. This is such a wild encounter. Oh, look at the serious looks here. Hiroko's so serious. a battle in the gym, just like we did with Ato that time at the start of the last route. This is the last thing I want to do. This is the last thing I want to do. We're just gonna have to go for it, right?
Can't believe we have to fight with our allies like this. But we have no choice.
Maybe we can just knock them out?
Is that a possibility?
Moko? Guys, what's happened to you?
See, here's the thing. I'm now starting to think that could it be this thing where it is a something like that mess with their heads, possibly? Because I was thinking that it's just like the consequence of like all this like this anxiety and stuff, I guess, but who knows? We know that dissension can lead to violence. We know that dissension can lead to like people being ostracized. So I'm not like totally like shocked. And we don't even know where, by the way, where Kako and are we just going for this? We don't even know where Kako and
Say when.
Ima are either. Yeah, I'm not gonna make assumptions until we truly know what's happening here, honestly, because there could be a million and one things happening.
I don't want to die.
I don't want you to die either. This is just wild that we even have to even like consider
Ready
this.
whenever. I'll put this to good use.
I know I'm doing this when like honestly Takumi would be the best option, right? Like legitimately.
Let's go.
Like
Time to use it.
he's just our most powerful
this.
character. There's no point in like shying away from it, right? There's no point in shying away from that at all.
My turn. Take that. It's just a scratch. Here we go. That's it.
Like I feel like it's just silly just to like use other characters for the sake of it, when Takumi is just legitimately just like one of the most is I think the most powerful character in the game once you have him leveled and all this stuff too.
Let's do this.
I forgot she has very high defense, by the way. I'm worried that there's gonna be another battle after this. Should we use our attack potion again? Yeah.
This should do.
Like I know it's only one way, but sometimes they turn multiple ways. Okay, we're gonna have to do another turn after this anyway, so we should have used our attack potion. It would have been okay. I know it says.
Here's what you
Oh wow!
need to see.
I can still.
Oh my god, the damage!
I'm gassed out.
I you know, that's one thing you have to be wary of, honestly.
Let's get started. Out of my way.
That's it. My championship run ends here. Go.
This just feels so uncomfortable. There's no way that's an S rank, by the way. Oh, okay, it is. I guess because but I thought because Takumi died, but that's such a wild thing to just get. Like, hey, here's your stats after fighting your friends. Gaku and the others woke up shortly after being knocked unconscious during the battle. I wonder what's happening here, because it seems like I thought it was like just like a lot of anxiety, a lot of like stuff that's come to bubble up to the surface, you know. But it could be something that's like messing with their heads. It could be. We don't know. Where's the Omnibus 3? Where are you? Oh, they're awake. It was something that messed with their head. It was, because I thought it was like anxiety. I legit was like, this is like a bubbling anxiety. Looks like he's back to normal. Do you remember what happened? What happened? I want to see if my family was safe in the satellite. I kept asking Stray, but he told me it wasn't possible. That really ticked me off. It's my fault. It's because I told Gaku we couldn't trust Stray. So they did. That's what happened. They did kind of like mix with each other there. Yeah, we kind of predicted that. I guess they ended up lighting a fire under him. So what exactly happened? Was it just like that they got like so angry that they saw red? Is that what happened? I don't think that would be enough to push you so far over the edge. You were really acting weird. That's much better. Moko, are you okay?
Oh.
Do you remember what happened to you? I remember feeling a teensy bit stressed out lately. It's the first time I've gone this long without a match since I made my debut. But then things got weird. I felt strangely down and my memory was hazy. So it's a lot of stress and anxiety leads to something like this? Like what is this? I guess the stress maybe snaps, so she just thinks it made her snap. Interesting. Can you think of anything that might have triggered it? I don't know about trigger, but the only thing that wasn't part of the normal routine was... Oh, Takamaru and Gaku shared their snacks they got from Yugamu. What were these snacks? Snacks? Yugamu! Oh god, we have the detectives here. What the hell is happening? Yugamu, what did Yugamu do? Looks like we're just in time. At last, prepare to hear a conclusion to this sordid case, please. Yugamu gave them snacks that maybe altered their brain. Conclusion. Behind all this commotion is a mastermind, a shadow figure pulling the strings behind the scenes. That person behind this all this is among us. Let's go, Kako. No, you got this. You got this. You think? You got this. Oh my, wait. Are we doing like Danganronpa style? It's Yugamu then, right? Right? Is this a choice? Is this something I actually have to like? No, they'll make it into an actual choice. I can check though the spoiler-free guide I got, because of course it is Yugamu, right? It has to be Yugamu. If it's not, like, I'd probably eat my hat. I will not do that, by the way. Where am I? Where's this gone now? There it is. Okay. So... No, this isn't. So... I'm thinking Yugamu, right? If the snacks are leading to this, is their secret plan? It's Yugamu. What, Mr. Omakage? He's the one behind all this? Takuma and Gaku were getting food from Yugamu, right? Oh my god. The dude fighting with food, Yugamu's were bringing them snacks. What a freaking reveal. Because I was on the train, as you guys know, I was on the train tracks. I was like Yugamu, Takamaru, Gaku working together. I didn't expect this. What can I say? I was concerned too. Well, how did the message come up then? So that means the snacks to share with Moko were... Yeah, they were from Yugamu. He made them too many of them, so he gave away the extras. Right, that's right. Every time I ate the food, he gave me... It was like something I was trying to hold back inside of me started to grow and swell, so it was like a rage-inducing thing? After a while, I couldn't control my feelings of rage. That kind of rage I usually save for when I'm feuding with another wrestler. I knew it. The reason the three of you were acting strangely is because... No, I'm sorry. Kako's wrong. Let her present her conclusion. I swear to God. You guys are moving the conversation right along on your own. This was meant to be when I presented my conclusion. Come on, let her present it. Mr. Sumino, how terribly rude. Even if you know what happened, you should keep it to yourself in the presence of a famed detective. My bad. Okay then, let's rewind and let the great detective Kako finish this. 100%. I'm so on board for this. Well, it's like Yugamu said. He's working on something in the biolab. I love that Kako's got to do this, by the way. I'm developing a new drug in the biolab. It's for the benefit of everyone here, so no need to worry. At the benefit? You mean? That's right. He was developing a super mega animosity-inducing drug. Another incredible name for Kako. Another incredible name for Kako? He mixed a super mega animosity-inducing drug into the snacks and gave them to you three. We've been getting them for a few days too. My brain started to get all fuzzy after eating them a few times. The effects were probably mild at first, but got stronger as he refined the drug. Look at this detective. Fantastic stuff. I can't believe Yugamu was doing this though. So that's why it worked on me right away, so not cool. But why would Yugamu do this? And where is he? That's right, the case hasn't been solved yet. There's no sight of Yugamu or Sarai here, so we can presume that Yugamu's goal actually was to get us all gathered and confined in one place. In short, it's a series of disturbances is simply a means of buying time. Buying time? Right, it's all starting to come back to me after he made me make the announcement in the war room. Yugamu told me if I went to the gym, I could talk to my family. And you believe that? Hey man, don't judge. I wasn't thinking straight, so Yugamu made those announcements as well. Right now, Mr. Omakage is alone with Sarai. He must be trying to fulfill his true goal. True goal? We must hurry and save the Honorable Sarai. Where are those two? So this... Okay. The situation is Yugamu made these animosity-inducing drug foods and drugged 3 people so they would attack us. He made sure everyone went to to different places. He told the announcement that Gaku got and Takamaru got was probably something to do with talking to your families or getting the truth or something like this. Well, we got the announcement from Gaku saying that he had Sarai. He wants us all in this one place. Oh my freaking god. Where are those two? Yugamu and Gaku last spoke in the war room. I bet Yugamu is holding Sarai hostage here. Oh my freaking god. If you figured that much out, what are we waiting for? We don't have time to stand around having a leisurely chat.
Huh?
No, please let's speak. The conclusion is where the detective gets to show what she can do.
Uh-huh.
She rehearsed hard for this, you know, please. Enough, let's get her. No, not enough. Is that a word? I want to see what's happening, but also I'm like a torn between like, you know, my admiration and like for Kako and wanting her to be happy. Holy hell. We immediately took off towards the war room. We ran full speed down the halls and flew inside, where we were confronted by a shocking scene. Oh!
Yugamu! What are you doing?
Oh. What the hell? He has them stuck to the freaking wall.
Ah, Samino! Save me!
Save me, he says. Oh my god, what the hell?
Sirei, are you okay?
What the hell, Yugamu?
You came faster than I expected. I thought my little distraction would buy me more time.
Yugamu, this is crazy.
Would you mind staying out of my way? There's something I have to do
What are
here.
you doing? Look at this image that we're seeing right now.
How did you manage to crucify the honorable
That, yeah.
Sirei? Your bomb
Yeah.
should have detonated before you could lay a finger
Exactly,
on
what
him.
happened?
I'm not so foolish as to charge straight ahead when I know there's landmines in front of
Oh,
me.
his voice even now as well. So calculated.
But I'm not so patient that I'd take the time to disarm each one either.
Right?
I'm more the type who finds a way to get away with stepping right on them.
Gee, wait.
What does that even mean?
If you want to know, I'll show you.
What are you talking about?
Look.
What are you talking about? Without Yugamu faced me and pulled over his... What is he talking about?
What the?
What did you do? Did he just let it explode somehow? And then stitch himself? It's like he has staples in his chest or something. What did he do?
I opened myself up and took a look. Sirei was telling the truth.
No, he didn't let it explode. He literally... Oh my god, that makes more sense. I was like, he let himself blow up? No. He took the freaking bomb out of himself?
There was a small bomb embedded inside of me.
Honestly, if there's one person who was gonna do this to themselves or find out about this, if this is actually true, it's Yugamu. He cut himself all the way up to his neck. Look at that.
Don't tell me.
That's right. I surgically
Oh
removed
my
and
God.
destroyed the bomb.
Honestly, like, I wish he could do that for everybody if he could, you know what I mean? Because, like, the bomb stuff is, like, truly horrific. But it's crazy that he's able to do this himself. Like, if he couldn't have had anesthesia, because, like, even if you numb the areas around you, you're probably still going to feel the, like, what?
It wasn't easy, I'll tell you that much for free. I couldn't anesthetize myself since I was my own primary
Of course, it would be
surgeon.
psychotic.
You did that to yourself?
Here's the thing. I was going to say Takumi, of course he did, but, like, it's still out of the realm of, like, someone's thinking that someone would do this, right? It's out of the, like, the realm of possibility.
It was my first time doing it in the mirror, so it
A
was
mirror?
a killer test of my skills.
You had to do it mirrored?
But you're making me feel so shy. All of these prying eyes on my exposed flesh.
What the?
Don't look. Stop. Please, don't look at
We
me.
won't. What?
No. Wait. Look at me. Feast
Oh
your
my
eyes on my
God.
humiliation.
Oh my god.
More.
This is one of the wild. How is it that here's the, we know that like that this game is crazy, but every single route that we play so far, we only played 3 routes, and every time I'm like, this is insane. He surgically removed the bomb from himself. With what? Like, how do you sterilize everything? This freak cannot be for real. You drugged us, you asshole. Why the hell would you do that? I wanted to see if what Ado said was true. The look in his face here as well, right? Again, he has a calculated look about him. What?
Are those you hold dear actually on that artificial satellite? Are you 100% sure about that?
We knew there was something up with Yugamu, right? We knew there was. We knew he was thinking about something. There's somebody out there who is very important to me. Someone I must kill. And we know that's what his passion is. Someone you want to kill? That's your important person? I've taken a number of assassinations. As a professional, including some I didn't really want to carry out. This is wild to me. Each time I felt the filth permeating my soul, and then I met someone who changed all that. It was the first time I ever truly wanted to kill another human from the bottom of my heart. So I made her a promise. Someday I'll kill her. I'd release her from the agony of living. You are a freak. I had no idea what the heck I even just heard. In Yugamu's head, that is like the purest form of love. And I truly believe that's what he believes in his head, is that there's the purest form of love to him is like killing someone. Well, we all have our own values in life. I don't expect you to understand. And that's like the thing. Again, we don't, like, no one can expect me or anybody to understand the idea of like killing someone in that way and to understand Yugamu, right? Which is why I hope no one, when I say like, yes, everyone has their own values and everyone has their own understanding what they think love is, that's not me endorsing this at all. It's me saying, yes, everyone does have their own values. But hearing your last gasp for breath is what I was born to do. Jesus Christ. That's why I need to get in contact with the satellite, just as a short conversation would have been enough to reassure me. But Saray refused to help. My only choice was to resort to force. I agree that Saray needs to tell us more. I agree that he needs to treat us better. I agree. He is horrible to a lot of us. 100%. Right? But the problem is, Yugamu, you drugged 3 of your teammates as well. You know what I mean? If he just hung up Saray here and like and tried to get like some information out of Saray, I'd be so on board. It's also the fact that he also like did this to his other teammates as well, and because someone could have gotten hurt, you know. And again, I also want to like talk about how like it is. We acknowledge, as always, they're all under high stress and high anxiety. They're all in situations where things are going wrong, where they want to talk. They want to talk to their families. They want to know if everyone's safe. They want to know if everyone's actually there. They are being treated poorly in this situation, and they should not be in this situation in the first place. That's why you're doing this to him?
Of course, I'd never just destroy him. But if I disable his functions one by one, maybe I can persuade him to send an emergency signal to the artificial satellite.
But we found out that he can't communicate with the satellite anymore.
Ideally, Saray would change his stance on helping me before then, though.
You know what I mean? Like this is such a dark situation, and we know that he has that for some reason he can't communicate with the satellite right now. You're the one behind this, Yugamu. Again, it's 100% perfectly reasonable, as always, to say that regardless of different values, we would, if you came to me and said we're going to get some information on Saray, you guys know in the comment section, and you guys are watching this, I'd be on board for 100%. But it's the fact that like someone could have gotten hurt, you know, and it's a situation where people were drugged, you know. Kaku, you could not have missed your timing more spectacularly. No, she got it. It's okay. Please give me your orders. How should I proceed with stopping him? No, stand down. You better just sit and watch. Why are you trying to stop me anyway? Aren't you concerned about what Eito said? No way, he's obviously just full of it. Then wouldn't we all feel better if we had solid confirmation of that's the case? And again, I agree. I so agree with that aspect, right? I agree we deserve confirmation. We deserve information. We deserve it. Saray, if you're refusing to give us that confirmation, makes us all the more curious about what exactly is going on. You're wrong. Even if the Audible Saray wanted to reach out to the satellite, he can't. Yes, we know this now, yeah. What do you mean? After all this stuff, after everything he did, it was pointless. This mission is highly confidential. Not a single average citizen knows about it. But again, this could be not true as well. Really? The moment they knew humanity was at risk of being wiped out, the people on the satellite would panic. That's why we need to conceal the very existence of this mission until it Sorry, until it has succeeded to avoid mass chaos. So what do they think on the satellite is happening? It was also determined that if we let you speak to the people on the satellite during the mission, it would only disrupt your focus. Which again, that is also a demented. It's like you guys don't deserve to talk to your family. You need to focus on the mission. It's always about the mission. Always about day 100. You know. In other words, you can't comply with my demand. Then that leaves me no choice. Wait, no, destroying the Omnibus Ray won't help you at all. Can't you find another way? I think everything you're saying makes sense, but I don't think destroying Saray will help anything. And I'm on board with Nozomi. I 100% believe that we deserve to know the truth. We deserve to have confirmation. We deserve to have information. They have been treated so poorly here. But I think it's also important to say that right now doing this is probably not going to help the situation that much. Even though, like, I'm totally on board for, like, punishing Saray. You know, and you guys know I am. I don't know if this is going to help any situation right now. It might make our future battles even more difficult, just like the alternate future Takumi went through. Yeah, but that's right. And if we lose, we really will never see the people we care about again. That's the true worst case scenario, isn't it? Even a worst case human being like me can see that.
Hey!
Yugamu, I understand your frustrations, but we need to prioritize winning this war. I've already experienced one bad ending. That's why I can say this with confidence.
If we lose this war, we lose everything. That's how high the stakes are here.
This is rough. Imagine doing all this stuff and then in the end, like, you can't communicate at all with the satellite anyway. And I love what they're saying here, by the way. It's like, hey, Yugamu. Because everyone's high anxiety. Everyone's in a terrible place, right? Yugamu should not have done what he did to the crew. That's just end of, right? Should not. But I love that they're saying, hey, you're right in saying that we deserve to have confirmation. We deserve this. Saray should be giving us more information. We should have more information. But right now, this is not a good idea. Ah, Yugamu.
Let's find another way. All of us. Together.
Huh.
Oh no.
Takumi. You're so cute. A guy could fall for someone like you.
Oh no, is he gonna do something? Does that mean you want to kill me now?
We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Okay. Yugamu responded with a small smile on his face before he let Saray go free. Okay. Thanks for that. We did, honestly, kind of be honest, like, I don't know what the motivations was, obviously, like, for ourselves and for our own safety. That's what it was. So don't be saying thank you. Like, I really feel like if it was a situation where, like, you know, they could survive without you, I don't know if they would let it happen, but you know what I mean? It's more of a situation of, like, the reasoning for saving you was that, like, we need to survive, you know? Sir, are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm fine. You did well persuading them to go. Hold it, I'll let you go, but we're not done here. Could you at least tell me why? Why it is you can't even contact the satellite? Tell him why. Well, I just told you why. But there's more to it than that, isn't there? What? Call it assassin's intuition. I can't help but feel like you're not telling us everything. I wish you just tell me if there's some reason you can't contact them. This isn't a threat, it's a request from someone who's fighting alongside you. How about an answer, Saray? Comrade to comrade. This can only happen in Last Defense Academy. Only in Last Defense Academy can a character go from drugging people, making them fight each other, about to kill someone, to being like, hey, here's a request. You know what I mean? It's only Last Defense Academy this can happen. Saray, I'm asking you for an answer too. Tell us if there's another reason. I'm stumbling over my words today a lot. Sit down and hold yourself steady for this one, soldiers. Believe it or not, despite my good looks, I'm a robot. Gee, who would have guessed? I've been designed to see this mission through no matter what the circumstances. This requires me to have intelligence to not only follow my predetermined programming, but also to be resourceful enough to adapt to any situation. Are you saying your brain is an AI? It's no mere artificial intelligence. My consciousness is based on...
the will of humanity.
The will of humanity? The will of humanity? In order to optimize me to make my best choices for humanity, I've been programmed with the thought patterns of all mankind. Each time I make a decision, I simulate all of those thought patterns into arrive at an impartial response. So it's literally what humanity wants? Like, how did... Like, obviously, like, once again, it's about, like, not about the individual to Soraya and this group. It's about, like, all of humanity. But in this sense, it would be, like, it seems like an unwilling, like, voting system, right? How do you come to terms with this as, like, any of these characters? I am, like, I don't know. Once again, I'm just... I don't know. I guess you could think of it as running a majority vote via simulation. That's the will of humanity. So it is like just a voting process. It's entirely simulated, but undeniably accurate. It incorporates the thought process of every single human being alive today. My decisions are only ever based on what humanity wants. But all of mankind, everyone? The very fate of humanity hangs in the balance here. It's necessary for us to duly consider the opinions of all affected. So again, it's focusing on the everyone, but it forgets the individual, it feels like, again. Besides, on top of the mission being classified, I don't have the time to go around asking every single person how they feel. I run simulations so I can satisfy the collective will of the species. However, as you might imagine, it takes time to process all those opinions, especially when mankind's making decisions on complex issues. So that's why you disappear so often when you got a big decision to make? You need time to process it all?
Yeah.
Think of it this way. I'm limited in what I can do by my programming. I can't do anything that would overrule the will of humanity. I also can't receive direct orders with any one person either. This is to avoid my decisions becoming corrupted by personal agendas. All I can do is carry decisions made by all mankind for all mankind. So you're saying the reason we can't contact the artificial satellite is they don't want it? They don't want this to happen. That's the will of humanity. But why? You've heard some of the reasons, but there are plenty of others too. It is the opinion of all mankind, after all. At any rate, for the sake of winning this war, I'm not allowed to contact the artificial satellite for you.
That is what humanity has decided.
That has to be so brutal to hear as well, by the way. The idea that, like, humanity, in a way, is the reason why we can't even talk to our families and friends, is that this idea of, like, this concentrated will and voting system and simulation of humanity is why we can't talk to our loved ones. That's humanity's answer to us? Does the go for you messing around with our memories too? Was that the will of humanity? Was we just said it? The decision was made to help allay your anxieties, all in the name of winning the war. It's still no, I don't agree with that whatsoever. It's still a very brutal thing. It made people more anxious. You can't just treat us like mindless objects. We're humans too, you know, exactly. I'm a mindless... Oh, Ava. Humanity feels very sorry about that. That's why I'm telling you all this now. I don't care if they're sorry. I don't care if the will of humanity is sorry. These people are humans and they shouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
This too is the will of humanity. Everything is to ensure our ultimate victory over the invaders. This is the outcome that mankind has chosen. The outcome chosen by mankind. Everything that's happened up to this point was decided by humanity itself. But I want you to understand one thing. Humanity's not trying to make you suffer when they are suffering. In fact, they're supporting you more than anyone. No, they're suffering. That's why I made the hard decision that would bring us closer. No, they're suffering. I'm sorry. It's just, I can't deal with that. I understand what's happening here, but it's so frustrating because it's like, oh, they're helping you. No, these characters are suffering. The stuff that they're going through is insane. It's painful. It's going to warp their minds forever. People have died. People have died here. That's all I can tell you. Even if you can't accept it, I hope you at least understand it. Here's the thing, and this is the way I'm talking about this. I'll talk about more at the end. I just like I don't want to talk about it like in an instant moment of frustration, because I feel the frustration of these characters here, the lack of understanding of the characters here, but also at the same time, like it's not that I don't understand what the idea of the simulation is. It's not the lack of treating the characters here like human beings hurts me all the time because I love them so much.
Humanity wishes for your safety and
3 people have died.
victory. And of course, this message is brought to you by the will of humanity too.
3 people have died already in this route. In a very horrible and horrific way, actually, as well. If you can be honest on what it is, it's yes, it's to get us to day 100. This is a fact. This will of humanity is for us to get to day 100, right? But they do not care, right? Saray does not care. This will of humanity stuff, do they care if it's only one person who makes it to day 100 and everything activates? Do they care if everyone dies here horribly? F humanity. Not one of us could bring ourselves to say anything after hearing Saray's message. Neither I nor anyone else could find the words. By the time we returned to our rooms, it was already late at night. How could you deal with that afterwards? We're going to end the video here. I want to make it clear here, because I know that it may be like, you know, I go on Saray very hard, and I know I do, but like I hope you guys understand that I always do it like within reason and my own feelings. It's my own feelings and my emotions that come along with this too. What's happening here right now with the Saray situation is and the humanity situation, this whole idea of the will of humanity, right? Is so frustrating to me because it takes the humanity out of these characters. We've had characters die on us already. Kyoshika is dead. Karawa is dead. And Darumi is dead. And I want to make it clear here. I'm going to say this. It sounds horrible. One of them got to die like a quote-unquote heroic death. Two of them died in a very horrific manner, but they shouldn't have died in the first place. At all. It's not only that. These characters in other routes have like stabbed each other. They've grown hatred for each other. They fought each other. They've brutalized each other in some cases. They've cried. They've developed like you know, problems with their own minds that will last forever. They brutally like, you know, have felt like they're nothing. They've had like so much like anxiety and pain and crying and suffering and having to think about all the stuff that's happening here. The will of humanity is 100% accurate in the sense that it is 100% for the good of the entire humanity. It is a factual statement to say that if even one of these guys gets to the end of this just on their own, then humanity as a whole survives. That's a factual statement, right? From what they've told us. But, and this is where the big but comes in, it, to me, then makes me more upset and sad for these characters. Because 3 people have died, as we said. More probably will die at some point, you know, especially in this route so far. People have suffered and all this stuff. And it really, for me, feels like the individual aspect of humanity is taken out of this. And I think the game's not, by the way, it's not me like insulting the game as I usually say. The game is intentionally telling you the individual aspect of humanity is not taken into account. He said this. This is not me being like, oh, this game's silly. No, they said this. I think you're supposed to feel frustrated. I think you're supposed to feel like sick. I think you're supposed to feel like, oh my god, the humanity is taken out of these, this situation for these characters when they deserve to feel human. Like, for me, like, you guys know I will always care about my individual characters more than humanity. If the choice comes down to it tomorrow, and this sounds horrible when it comes to this game, by the way, not in real life, right? In this game, if they gave you a choice tomorrow and say, you can bring Darumi, Kyoshika, and Karara back. You can bring them back. But all of humanity's gone. That's the will of the Last Defense Academy, right? That's the will of our crew. And I know that's like, by the way, I want to make it clear like where my morals are on. You're probably like I understand that like saving humanity is an important thing. I'm not saying like, oh, kill all humanity. I wouldn't want that to happen either. But I'm saying that like when it comes to like games, I guess, and who I've gotten attached to and who I love and who I'm dearly attached to, I will always choose the emotions of the characters that I love dearly, that deserve to be happy after all the suffering they've gone through. Always. It's such a tough thing to think about. You know what I mean? Because I understand that like, if we get to day 100, then our loved ones, our brothers, our sisters, our little siblings, our mother, our loved ones, the people we love all survive. I understand that. But that doesn't make it easier that our humanity is taken away from us, that these characters' humanity is taken away from us. I look at Kako and Ima, who were treated as subhuman by a lot of people throughout their lives, and still this is happening to them. Gaku as well, treated so horribly because of their class and social standing, which is horrible to even think about that stuff as well. All these characters have like a right to live a normal and happy life. They should not be here in the first place, and that's why it's so. That's the one aspect that always frustrates me the most, where it's like, you know, you got bombs in you and stuff like this as well. And also, by the way, living with a bomb in you alone is a terrifying prospect. The way sometimes they talk is like, hey, they're doing this for you. You have to get to day 100. They're doing it for you. They're not doing it for us individually. Because as I said, if one person gets to the finish line, all of humanity is saved. If one person gets there. And the defense... If everyone dies on day 99, and then the invaders decide they don't want to do anything and they go back, and the day 100, the bomb is activated anyway, it's not for us that happened. You know what I mean? Yes, technically it is for us, because we will get to have a safer future if we do get to go to the satellite 100%. But you get what I'm saying. It's not individually for us. It's for the entire humanity. It's just really horrible to think about. I'm feeling really bad. I feel bad. Because I hate the fact that continually my favorite characters that I love dearly, all of them, their humanity is stripped away from them. Constantly in favor of a gigantic idea of humanity, and I hate it. And it's intentional, by the way. I'm not saying that you want you to feel that way, but like, it's very clear that the game like knows that these are tough situations, you know. Yeah, I could harp on it forever. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Basically, I'm saying, yes, I know that it's for the greater good of humanity. Yes, I understand like what the will of humanity is. Yes, I understand that like if we do get to day 100 altogether, we will survive. But also, I think it takes away the humanity of the individual and Takumi and all these characters, and it disregards their suffering and their pain and everything that they're going through. All the torturous nights they're going through, the cold sweats, the crying, the anxiety, it all devalues that. And again, like I said, I think the game is going for that. I think the game wants like this feeling of like we feel like we're not even like, you know, we're not in a good position in that sense. On top of the other stuff that I guess happened in this episode, like I felt like there was a build up to this in terms of like I thought there was going to be like Yugamu, Gaku, and Takamaru together, but like actually it turned out that it was Gaku and Takamaru that were together technically, but Yugamu was like actually like, you know, doing some of this stuff as well on the side. In terms of the Yugamu stuff, I don't want to harp too much on it, but like what happened was it was wrong what he did in terms of not the stuff with Soraya. I totally on board with the idea of getting more information from Soraya. He deserves more information. We all deserve more information. But obviously like the way he went about it kind of like then devalues like the support we can give him, if that makes sense. Because you guys know I always support like all the characters in this game as much as I can. But when it's like, okay, now you're kind of invaded, you'd crossed a really bad boundary with three of the characters, with Takamaru and Gaku, and thinking that they would cause a distraction to fight each other. And it is a boundary crossing that isn't good, right? It's like a line that you cross that isn't good. I can also acknowledge at the same time that, again, as you said, Yugamu is also an individual here who has gone through suffering as well. Everyone's going through suffering and anxiety and pain and all this stuff as well, and nobody's in the right mind as well. I can also acknowledge that as well, 100%. But I hope you guys understand what I'm saying with Yugamu as well, where I'm like saying that like that is a boundary that I wouldn't cross and a line I wouldn't cross. And also at the same time, I understand that like, you know, he's 100% correct in wanting to get information for Soraya. It's just the way he went about it wouldn't be like my thing, if you get what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. Because if he just took Soraya somehow, like, you guys know I'd be like totally on board with him. You guys know I would be. I'd be like, yeah, let's go. You know, you're like, let's go. Let's get this information out. You know. And when it came to killing Soraya, and you might be surprised to think that I didn't think killing Soraya was a good thing at that time. And it's not because I like Soraya. I'm not a big fan of Soraya. It's more of a situation of like, I think that for some reason, even though I know in the past I wished for Eito to come back and cut him down and stuff because as well, I think that for some reason in my mind, in that moment, it wouldn't have done us any good to kill Soraya in that moment. If that makes sense? Because what would have happened then was, how do I say it? Like, again, it's not just generally because like, oh, we need to survive. So I believe we can survive without Soraya, but there's obviously like probably a better chance that he knows more stuff and can reveal some more stuff. I still 100% would be on board if anyone, like, I would forgive anyone if they did kill him. Because I make it sound now that I'm going back on what I originally said about Ato. I'm not. Like, I think if Ato came back and cut him down, I'd be like, okay, you know, like he did some horrible stuff to us. But what I'm saying is that in this moment, if Yugamu killed Saray, I think it creates a divide in the group. I think that it changes the whole situation and the whole complexion. I think that makes people lose hope. I think all of a sudden people feel like they'd have no commander. They feel like there's nothing to look to and no one to get answers from. It creates a feeling in the group that there is a bit of panic. Right? Now, it could also call to action and make everyone, like, you know, kind of be more together and stuff. I guess it could do that as well. But obviously, like, it's about taking a chance on something that could be right now. Now, here's the thing. If Saray ever does anything bad again, like anything he did, like the electroshock thing again, like, obviously, like, and they gave me the option to do something, I would think about it 100%. But I hope you guys get what I'm saying. I think doing that right now in that moment would have caused a crazy situation that wouldn't have benefited anybody in that moment. But yeah, that I love the Detective Kako stuff. The conversations we had today with Hiroko were very interesting. The idea of like her like not wanting to look like a hero, and then also with the stuff with Nozomi, which was about like the idea of like, you know, seeing the outside, you know, not having many friends growing up, which was the antithesis of what like Katawa was with us, and also you know, the idea of loving the idea of being here outside of the complex in some way. She's feeling like it's not so bad anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happened here. I guess like the summary of my feelings and all this is that this was a crazy day. And I think, is this a weird thing to say? I think people are going to be better to be rid of this day. We had to fight our comrades, not good. Everyone was panicking and had this anxiety and this drug in them as well. Everyone was like really in a really horrible situation. Disagree with how Yugamu went about that altogether. Again, it's one of those situations. If Yugamu came to me and said, hey, let's figure something out with Saray, I would have been like all on board. And you guys know I would have been. Because I do think deep down, Yugamu cares about our group. You know, but the unfortunate thing is, as I said, crossed the line. Crossed a very bad line today. It's very difficult walking the line of this game because the you can say Yugamu is the culprit in this, right? You can say that all this stuff, right? But at the end of the day, as I've always said, the true criminal in this is whoever put these people in this situation. Yugamu should not be in this situation in the first place to even think about, oh, I can't contact my family or the people I love. Same with Gaku, same with Takamaru, same with Moko, same with all of us. We should not even be in this position. And that's one of the things that, again, probably intentional, but it's frustrating that, like, that Saray basically talks about it as if, like, hey, you're supposed to be here now, you know? This is your thing. And it's like, we've gone to that stage now that, like, he talks about it as if, like, this is just, like, breathing, you know, we're supposed to be here. When in reality, none of them like should ever be in a situation like this. Nobody should ever be in a situation like this. Guys, I'm gonna talk forever if I keep talking. I hope I was able to express like how I felt fully, and you guys understand how I felt fully. I hope so anyway. I hope so. I think you guys are always like very reasonable, as I said last time. So like we'll definitely be able to discuss things, and I'll definitely want to take your point of view on this as well, because I think this is a very scary situation, and today was one of the scariest situations. I'm not just talking about Saray dying. I'm talking about the bomb and everything. I think everyone like had probably one of the worst days mentally ever in this in the Last Defense Academy. I'm sorry if I get frustrated too, but I hope you guys understand where my frustrations can come from. Thank you so much to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, The Ghost Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish Adusta, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Casparian, Jared Beanham at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7 and Blasco, and I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye. Like, I do want to reiterate that I'm very thankful that all of you... Before we get into this discussion, I do want to reiterate that I'm always very thankful that you guys, you know, don't just disregard any opinion I have, and don't just like, you know, it's always very pleasant to like discuss, even like if you guys have different opinions of me, and I think you guys have had different opinions from me before we discussed, and sometimes I see your point of view and you see my point of view, and I think it's a fun thing about this game. So whatever opinion I'm about to give now, and I have a lot on my mind now, I'm glad that I have a community behind me that like understands. So honestly.